I was sitting here for literally 5 minutes not knowing how to start this. So we're just gonna go into it. Hi. Welcome to another exciting episode of Greatest Eternity Adventures. Now, the logo on screen says Chronicles, but on my overlay it says Adventures, because each game has their own logo, like the first and second game, and I didn't realize that until after I was done with this first session. So, we have changed it to feature the logo for the first game. And fuck Chronicles. What did we finished the first episode, the first case. We're moving on to the second episode. Now, there is a silhouette of the man that I presume to be the Sherlock Holmes ripoff. So I think we're gonna meet him this episode. I don't have anything else to say other than I'm excited to play more, but I'm also very, very scared of what's to come. I get the sense that something's gonna happen with our boyfriend Cosmo. Whether he dies, whether he leaves us, whether something, I don't know. I'm a little afraid of what's to come. Oh, they brought him up. He's talking.
通気口からシューシューと低くうなるような音が聞こえてきた。その瞬間、突然ホームズが飛び出して闇の一点をステッキで鋭く打ち据えた。見たかワトソン。ホームズの張り詰めた声が空気を震わす。私がランプの遮光板を上げると、部屋の情景がぼんやり浮かび上がった。ホームズは部屋の隅を睨みつけて。私に向かってつぶやくように言った。被害者が死の間際に言い残した。
I think the Japanese dub that's the person that's talking is pronouncing it as Holmes and Watson.
こいつだったのだよ、ワトソン。
Watson, yeah.
そこには。
Oh, so I guess in Japan they were okay to call us Sherlock Holmes and Watson, but not here in America.
それは世にも恐ろしい。
That snake is minding its own damn business. Leave it alone. Anyway, that was something. January 9th. On board the steamship Burya. We're on Are we on a boat?
それでは謎解きを始めるとしようか。この奇怪なる殺人事件、その真相をね。失礼。
What? Why are we starting off so quickly with this? What? What? That hinge was clearly up. What? But there was clearly a hinge. What? His goggles is a camera?
文字に全く乱れは感じられない。被害者は相当意志が強かった。
開けるの？開けるの？ Oh, don't open. I think that's what it said.
いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。
What's happening? What did he do? Oh my god.
犯行時間の直前、被害者自身だったようだな。
There's someone in there!
これはこれは。一体貴様は何なんだ？好き勝手。
What's wrong with this man's face?
そうです。海洋警察が到着するまで現場に手を触れず待つべきだ。
その必要はない。どうやら今から5秒以内に諸君を犯人に紹介できそうだ。バカを言うな。殺人現場だぞ。
Wait, he's not about to accuse the girl of doing it, right? Susato, I think her name was?
その封印を解くとしましょうか。
まさかその中に犯人が。
一体君は何者？
What? Is that the fucking cop again? Why is the cop here?
シャーロック・ホームズ。もしかして知らないとか？
I get the feeling that this guy is an idiot, but I don't have enough evidence to really confirm that. What? Are we here? Susato and the Hosonaga. Is this us? Is this Yunosuke? My head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. You can smell it. Are we on the boat? Have we come with? Wait. I can't move. Eh? What? What the? Why am I in handcuffs? Why are you in handcuffs? So you wake up now, Who's talking to me? Erwin Smith? We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. We were the ones in the wardrobe? Bitch! Oh my god, are we being accused of murder again? No! Why us? I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are truly cold-blooded man. Or you are whatever. You found me then. Nah, we found you. And now you pay. Criminal. Is he supposed to be like Russian? I don't know Russian. Stole. That's the best I can do. What is this, Apollo Justice all over again? How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, Sorry. Were we a stowaway? What's happening here? Now you are been found. It is time to admit your crime. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Who's this? Isn't that... Susato! Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Mr. Sato! Wait, what did you say? Take his life? What? Where is he? Where's Cosmo? No! No! Ha! You pretend you do not know. You are a wolf in sheep's paw. No! No! You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. No! No! What? No! No! Kazuma's body was discovered not long ago. No! 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 Here, in this very cabin. That was bolted shut from the inside. No! 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 His body? No! 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 Please, do not try to tell us where you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. No! Kazuma's dead? No! But he can't be. No! No, I don't believe it. There's no way. You can't just kill off such a handsome man that quickly. No! And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I won't believe it until I see his actual body. His body's not there. I don't trust it. I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. I did. It's not. No. I don't believe it. No, I don't believe it. No. No. I know he ain't. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. No, I don't believe you. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? No, until I see his actual body, I'm not gonna believe it. That almost brought me to tears. I'm not believing this shit. No, you can't kill him. That's illegal. Where is he? Bring him out. Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? Why did we have to be stowed away? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor? I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. No! I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Hey! Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. 50 days?! Holy shit, we're going to be on a boat for 50 days?! But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. Ugh, I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. Why is it a Russian boat that picked you? They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From a faithful judicial assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? Oh, they were close friends. I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew that what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write keep out or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer! No! No! I'm not a murderer! You said before. You said you admit everything about your crime. No, that's not right! I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? Well, first of all, the door was sealed. Dumbasses, how could I steal the door if right off the bat? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you too. Those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. That Sherlock Holmes really fucking tried to... Oh, that idiot. The idiot, that dumbass, doesn't know what to look for, make all the mistakes, and then probably, because of his stupid deductions, pointed us to being a killer, even though it's clear that we weren't the ones who did it. Where is my boyfriend? I'm so upset. But I think the fact that his body is not here indicates that it must be like something. I can't like... I don't believe it. I don't want it to be. Can't be. It can't be. I don't want to believe it. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Cosmo's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. No, it fucking wasn't! Oh, did they break in? They must have broken in, maybe. No. Maybe they had a key. Well, we have to investigate. Yeah, fucking hell, I'm going too fast. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped those four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit could have only been someone inside the cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? But this is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then? That's true, yes. I'm gonna cry! Where is my boyfriend? Give it back to me! Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Cosmo? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please! Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn to do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there were no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... No! No! There was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor. No! I don't believe it. No, I refuse to believe it. I'm not gonna believe it. No, not until I see the body for myself. No, no, no. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me. How could you be so quick to accuse me? Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Was this set up? Was this set up? Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No. That would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you. But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me into England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. What were you trying to be then? Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. You're missing out on school for over 50 days. Are you gonna be okay? But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Then what? Nothing. Forget it. Why? What do you want the hard secret from me now? Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then, it was darker than I'd ever seen it before. What's going on, Kazuma? Why don't you tell me what's happening? Susato-san? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me, what happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that he didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Did Kazuma drug us with the food that he brought us? Because Ryunosuke was like my head throb. Kazuma was going fucking on! Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do. But it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. For some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Sato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there is no one else who could have possibly have done this. Ugh. It's too early in the morning for me to do this. My boyfriend! Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. Hold up, also, wait a minute. That stupid Sherlock Holmes motherfucker was like, this man is Russian! Just because there's Russian words on the floor? This fucking guy is an idiot. What a terrible first impression I have of this handsome guy. Don't try to go anywhere. Sorry, I forgot. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. Also, her voice has changed like 17 times. I'm sorry. I'm like distressed. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands tied? While whoever did this walked free? No! I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? Let me investigate. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to excuse me. Hiya! Yo, she just fucking tossed us. What the? That was a Sasato takedown. Sasato what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Can you please orient us? Yes, your evidence. I mean, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. We got you, fam. Don't worry about it. I have to get Sato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. Kazuma would stick this over the doors of the wardrobe for me. It says keep out in Japanese, though I'm sure the Russian crew can actually read it. Why can I? You spin me right around. Ageru na. I can read Japanese. What is this considered? This is katakana. Why in katakana? Oh, whatever. Just pretend to her upside down. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes it was. I remember it clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. You know, Kazuma really could have just helped the dog out by like locking the door at nighttime and then letting us sleep on his bed together. Not to do anything inappropriate, even just to like sleep on the bed instead of making me sleep in a goddamn wardrobe. But I guess if we were asleep in his bed, it would be we would not be able to save ourselves from the situation. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. I don't remember if I read that before.
Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them.
But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own.
Yes, that's quite true.
In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma.
Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you.
Oh, come on, it doesn't take a genius to figure out why it couldn't have been me. What the fuck? Whatever.
Thank you, Susato-san.
Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? You could have gone up yourself. You're handcuffed. Your hands are handcuffed, but you're not, like, whatever.
Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in there, at least.
Or in here, rather. Thank you! So you finally believe me?
I'm sorry. No.
What?
I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in the position.
What does she think I am, a magician?
For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same.
Alright, let's get to work, Sato-san. You're cute.
Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts.
Oh.
I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example.
Right. You know what? Good on her for being precautious, but also, the fuck, dog? That was my boyfriend! And even if he wasn't my boyfriend, he was my best friend! We were partners! Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death! Ah! So, here we are at the crux of the game. We can examine, we can converse, we can move. Move in a carriage on a ship, huh? And present stuff. So let's go ahead and... We just finished talking to her, right? So let's go ahead and start examining. Oh, there's a man in here! That man watched me fucking do a flip. How do I... Oh, here. Okay, I had to use the D-pad for that. So let's start from the left and examine our shit. Let's click on everything.
Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think.
It's a bell? What do you mean contraption?
I read about that in the book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants.
Really? That sounds almost magical. I want to change her voice so that it's more suited for her. Shall we give it a little try?
Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously.
Aw. Ding dong.
I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people.
No. I'm sure it's just everyone's busy, that's all.
Oh dear, that won't do.
Uh-oh. What's the matter, Sato-san?
Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to look around properly.
Ah, yes. That's not good.
I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san?
What? New mechanic? Eh?
I'm sure you're careful to look all around using the...
Girl! I literally had to do that to get to the bell. What do you think I am? Oh, whoops, I didn't fucking read that.
Now, let's investigate all corners of this cabin.
Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. I guess I didn't think that someone was going to do this first. Who do you think I am? You think I've never played an Ace Attorney game before?
I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin.
Isn't that a little odd?
What do you mean?
Well, this ventilator. If that's what it is. Looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Ah yes, let me get the fresh air from next door.
Yes, it would appear to. You're right.
But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside.
That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough. Or something like that?
I suppose. Maybe that's it. Oh, there's little check marks. Okay.
It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruto-san?
I think living isn't quite the right description.
Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout.
The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception.
But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin.
No, sadly not. Aw, buddy. Kazuma, I really miss him.
This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing.
Did you have a thing for Kazuma? You can't, that's illegal. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination.
It looks as though the last entry is incomplete.
Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue.
Hiya! That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed from this world, but you must not read his private thoughts.
But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright. I won't read it. Oh, come on, it's right there! Who gives a shit? He's dead.
Poor Kazuma-sama.
I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? I know, I'm sure you also want to read it too. Don't try to pretend you're not curious. Fine.
That's a very large traveling case, isn't it?
Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me.
Memories? Oh, what do you mean?
Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case.
Ah, yes. I see it says, "This way up," in Japanese.
Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in there. Wait, he said that the crewman wouldn't have been able to read it, but why does it say... Though I'm not sure. Okay. For some reason, I only read the Russian crew can actually read it. I didn't read the though I'm not sure part. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds.
Well, it was less painful than a Sasato takedown. She's strong. She don't take shit from no man. Where's your father, by the way? Is your father back in Japan? Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink.
He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor.
I have absolutely no idea how to read the Russian language. Like, in the slightest.
Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it.
I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments. Was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. Why does he know Russian? He must not have written it, doy. The people who leave messages on the floor when they're dead or something like that, or like write a final message. It's never them. It's never them. It's never them.
I don't think that's Japanese, Naruto-san.
What? Then what language is it? What do you mean, what? You can clearly see that that's not Japanese. Even if you don't know Russian, you couldn't read it. Shouldn't that tell you that it's not Japanese?
It pains me to admit it, but I don't know.
It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Oh, what the fuck? Where did he come from? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. Where did he come from? How did he get there without us noticing before? As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. I thought it was like some sort of machine.
Oh, how did he...
And he's sitting, what? Why? Why are you sitting on the desk? That desk is probably not stable enough for you to be sitting on it like that. You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall.
Naruto-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is?
Are we supposed to know who that is? Are we supposed to know who that is? I mean, I know who he is, but are we supposed to know? Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. Gee, you think? And is he investigating Kazuma's desk? Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell.
Well, in that case, we simply must talk to him.
Am I just imagining it? Or does Sato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? Like, why?
By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case. If you press A on people when they're in crosshairs, you can converse with them.
Alright then, I'll get the suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself.
Oh, please do.
Okay, so first of all, I don't have a voice for Sherlock Holmes. If only I could talk like Benedict Cumberbatch. Excuse me, but he's an idiot. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh. This is a critical point in my investigation. Are you just letting the blood rush to your head or something? What are you doing? Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly.
Yes, perhaps that would be for the best.
We're just okay with him being here? But where'd he go? Ah! Oh, he said something. Ah! 1 second. What did he say? Greetings. I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? Can you please take off the fucking goggles? You look like an idiot. Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. That train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my god, he's an actual fucking dumbass. Huh. This is what we have to deal with? Sorry, what? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh! Well, that's true at least.
But how?
How the deuce did I know that? Perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction. Hardly worth explaining.
Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else?
But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. Is this a reference to something? And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Oh god, what an idiot. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill.
So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama.
Bitch, what the fuck? What?
And you're planning a revolution too. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No! Listen, there's no way Hiya! Are you an idiot? Now, explain yourself. Tell me everything. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Why are we having to fucking humor this person?
How could you do it?
For pity's sake, open your eyes! I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously.
Oh, forgive me.
And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! And there you have it, you see? What do you make of that? Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain old observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles. You see, I announce my findings with a brassy certitude, and more often than not, I am right. I don't think you introduced yourself. I like how I like how we don't even try to correct him. Like we're clearly telling him that he's wrong and he's an idiot, but like we're not trying to be like, I'm not Russian. I don't know. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Sholmes. Man, I just want to call him Sherlock. Can I just do that? Well, no, actually, you know what? I shouldn't call him Sherlock, because Sherlock is not an idiot.
So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Sholmes.
The very same. The inimitable, actual Sherlock Sholmes. Sholmes, whatever. Do you know this man, Susato-san?
The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him.
How can he be famous if he's an idiot? A famous idiot, I guess. What planet have I been living on then?
We must ask him what he deduces. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure.
Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? My god. I didn't think he was gonna. I think I knew that he was gonna be a bit of a ditz, but I didn't think he was gonna be this much of an idiot. Do I like you? I don't think I like you yet. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Airlock, was it? No, I have no air. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. Sholmes. Oh, I don't want to call you Sholmes. Sholmes? I keep wanting to say Shlomes. Whatever. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication.
Oh yes, Rand's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interesting articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have sent it from England especially.
Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Oh, so he's not even a real... Indeed I am! Oh, so you're just a fucking fraud! And you read so many of your own stories, you started to think you really are a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backwards. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer? Do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to the publication, I have been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deductions, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form.
science.
Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of a posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look me in the eyes and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction, and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Okay, he seems like a handful. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him.
When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open.
And I concealed myself among the numbers, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective, Herlock Sholmes, was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Oops! Sorry, I broke the court record. Ah. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? Two facts, you say? Oh god. Okay. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand. But what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. I don't even know how to begin pronouncing that. Russian is a completely foreign language to me. The only thing I know is entek, the word that looks like entekka is pharmacy. That's literally the only thing I know. And babushka, but I don't even know how that's written. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think...
Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian?
No, how good do you know Russian? Is he that studious? In their final moments, many find their native tongue, filling their head. For this young man, Russian. If you saw his body on the floor, he didn't look like a Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Don't question it! Runosuke, please! Initially, I considered Garderobe may be the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps? But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found
Mr. Naruhodo, sleeping soundly.
Quite so! I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people.
Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea.
Why are you going along with this? What am I not understanding? And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. Sasato, please. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. You took a photo of his dead body? No. No, not until I see it for myself. Not until I see it for myself. No. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. No. I'm not gonna, this is not a Mia thing. I refuse to believe it's a Mia thing. No. If he fucking...
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, no, but thank you. The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. A Russian word for wardrobe in purple ink. It would appear to have been written in the victim's final moments. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that? Ah yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? Go ahead, whatever, I don't know. How would you even, like, how would you even write this out? Hang on, I'm gonna do it on my phone. How do you even begin to write Russian on a, I guess you would need a specific keyboard? I just feel bad that I have to look at this without knowing what it even says or how it's even pronounced. Wait, how am I gonna, wait, no, I know what I can do. Technology is amazing. Ish. It's amazing in the sense that I can use an app to, I can use an app to take a picture of something that's in a different language. And then it'll translate on the spot what it is. Although it's not fully accurate, but we'll make do. Sure, is what it says. Can you see this? It says sure, apparently. Although the first few times it didn't, it didn't fucking say it, but Google Translate is sure and surely it's a very interesting thing. I was trying to read a Japanese like web fan comic thing, and I was trying to use that to like translate the words on it, but it didn't work very well, so I couldn't fucking read it. Apparently that says short. Oh wait, I forgot. The whole reason why I wanted to do that was to hear how it sounded. How do you pronounce this? Konekno?
Конечно.
Конечно?
Конечно. Конечно.
Конечно.
Конечно.
Yeah, nothing about what I'm seeing looks like it would be pronounced Конечно. It looks like Kohei-ho. Which, you know what? It's fine. Whatever. Конечно. I guess. Certainly, if it interests you. I'm not doing that every time he says something in Russian. How many times? I'm not Russian. I don't speak Russian. Well, say it out loud, Inosuke. He can't read your mind, and if he could read your mind, he'd probably read it very wrong. Can we talk about your deductions before? The thing you concluded about me, I mean? Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in? Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part? Ah yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads: Revolutionary villain Borshchev, whatever, flees Russia via Shanghai. Are you saying that's me? Are you insinuating that's me? Is that what I look like? I know I've been stuck in a cabin in a fucking wardrobe for a few weeks, but this vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Kazuma a Russian?
It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor.
Wait, why is no one correcting him? It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, villain Borshevik. No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at this face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary, after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. I have somewhere I need to be. I don't want to be here anymore. Please. And, I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. You don't even know my name.
What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower?
Ah yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all these particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far, and knows he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake.
Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder?
And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Didn't you know Afghanistan's in Russia? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in the war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Oh yeah, I guess this takes place in the old times. They don't have technology. Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've observed all that is of interest to me within these pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. Oh, I'm a trash can? An article on the front page of a Russian newspaper. The headline reads, Revolutionary Villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eyes over it sometimes if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Sounds like you want me to look at it? It's a ballerina. She's pretty.
This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san?
Well, no. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting.
I can't read a single word, I'm afraid.
No, nor can I. But look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess. Do you think?
She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you?
I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Yeah, I'm having a conversation. What? Don't push Susato out here. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. It pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. So he knows Russian? It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novavik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented, young Nikolina Pavlova. Isn't Pavlova a dessert? Why are Russian names so hard to remember? Nikolina Pavlova. I got it. It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Rubles. Whatever that is. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles?
I have no idea, but I'm quite sure. It must be an unbelievable sum of money.
Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is a property of the Novavik Ballet. It would seem the director is besides herself would worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain.
Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country?
It does seem to be the Russian thing to do.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Mr. Naruhodo.
What? What did he say? How do you go back to... Oh, I can't bring up the log here. The article about the ballerina has been added. An article on the back page of a Russian newspaper. The headline reads, Renowned prima ballerina Novavik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. What's with Shanghai? I guess that's done. Oh, wait. 1 second. We can look at the people. Bring my boy back! Oh goodness, this game without him here by my side. Susato Kotoba, 16. Judicial assistant was traveling with Cosmo to London for a study tour. She is the epitome of a refined Japanese lady. Idiot. Oh god, he's 34. There's not a person in the world who hasn't heard of the famous great detective. Not a person except me, apparently. I mean, he cute, but he ain't as cute as Kazuma. Is also a fucking idiot. Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim.
Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all?
Observe, for a moment, the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic! And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Sato takedown is. She's not gonna take him down. Sato-san? Aren't you gonna throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns?
I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean?
Life is so unfair. It's because he's tall. It would be hard for her to throw a tall man over like that. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely, this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to the details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese? A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado, nado nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. What the fuck is nado nado? But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. Why are you laughing? So what was all that showing off about before then? So he didn't even really read it then.
If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes.
What is this double standard bullshit? I'm much obliged, my dear madame.
The final entry here is Kazuma's... No, wait. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound.
A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on.
The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
What? A snake? A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? Is that the snake thing that was mentioned in the beginning?
I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before.
The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Kazuma's diary has been entered. Diary Kazuma was keeping a trip to London. According to the last entry he made before his death, he spied what appeared to be a speckled band. I hope it wasn't a snake. If it was a snake... So, I believe I've given you enough to consider, the time being at least.
Do you have somewhere to go?
As it happens, the victim's writing in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold.
Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to?
Right, detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence, the truth will become clear soon enough.
Do you think perhaps that we could go with you?
I literally have not even examined... No, that would be somewhat complicated.
What? But why?
A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. A After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point in trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever you do, you mean. I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. Eh? Oh wait, yes you did. Oh, for a second I was like, really? But no, he did. You must be joking! You just said it! Only a moment ago! Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing.
Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too.
You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So what, were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now.
What do you mean?
What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. I don't like that face he's making. What are you laughing at? What is? I don't get him. Now he's just being plain rude. I don't like him. I'm sure he'll become more redeeming later on in the game, but I don't like him as is. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Haha, funny.
Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well.
Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can. Hi-ya! Stop throwing me around, please! I just said my head hurt.
After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up. You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate.
Ugh, as if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part.